Okay, folks, here we go. Pen, goulash. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it to low so the machine starts up. Now we check the time. And it reads 22:35. We're in Israel, so it's all military time here. That's 10:35 for those of you that don't know how to do that. And today is officially, I don't have the date on this computer. We'll just edit this out later. It's October 7th. October 7th. This is a test goulash to make sure that the machine still works correctly. And now you're going to watch how I do it. So, the first step in the goulash is the meat. That we have beef. Yummy. It sure is bloody. Look at it, it's dripping blood all over the place. Oh, that's just lovely. I like to rinse my meat pretty well. So, you know, you just let it soak in its own blood. You can't see what I'm doing, and I'm not going to adjust the camera to do it again. Okay, now, clean meat, right in there. I want to drain as much blood as possible out of the meat, you know, the juices, because I want it to be pure meat, not that blood. You're going to get into the goulash of the meat, of the stew. It doesn't necessarily taste so good after 20 hours of the blood cooking. Alright, this is a second soak. I usually do about 4 soaks in the bag that they give it to me. So, here comes the third soak. I'll show you guys how much blood it is now. It's going to be pretty thin now. Alright, and I'm going to turn the water up really high for the next one. Just so you see. It's a little bloody, but nothing too horrible. And now it's coming out really clear, the water. You know, there's still a little bit of flavor in the meat, of course. So that's nothing to be majorly concerned about. I watch off each piece individually. It's a lot of meat. So I got here a lot of meat because I wanted to do what I like to call a heavy goulash, and that basically means that it's going to be somewhere around, you know, it's a little north of a kilo, which is 2.2 pounds, and the whole thing's probably going to be 2.5 pounds of meat in about a 3.5 liter containment, which is slightly under a gallon. I believe a gallon's 3.8 liters or somewhere there. Alright, all the meat's cleaned. That's a lot of meat. It's a very, what I call, heavy goulash. Heavy just because of the weight of the meat ratio. Okay, so now we're done with the meat part. You can even drain that meat a little bit out. Now we've drained out the meat a little bit more. That's good. Okay. Now, goulash. This is the standard goulash making procedure. You get a carrot, sweet potato, zucchini. You can put in any vegetables. The trick is to not put in multiples of any vegetable. Instead of getting 2 sweet potatoes, go for something else. Go for a sweet potato and a carrot instead of 2 sweet potatoes. Because you fill up the goulash pot pretty quickly with, 4 or 5 vegetables. So. Chop it up. Now the idea is to get it around the size of a bite. That's your goal. That's the end goal. Sweet potato. Peels pile up really quickly, so I usually just like to peel and toss them out. So when we do it, also I usually cut off the ends of the vegetables. Probably get a couple more percentages yield. We didn't, but it's goulash. You want the creme de la creme, and you're cramped when you're making the goulash. You got to think you're cramped for the space. It's gonna fill up too quickly. You can limit. Get a smaller vegetable rather than a large one. So, and it is to get them around the size of a bite or a little smaller. Now sometimes I will also add a few that are really small, because what happens is over the 20 odd hours that it cooks, a certain amount of the surface area dissipates into the surrounding goulash, and as a result, if you have a piece that's certain size, it'll just disappear completely, and it'll just become this orange paste around the goulash. Very tasty, I might add. Okay, so that's done, is the sweet potato. Next is the carrot. I tried once a goulash where I did like all carrots and a sweet potato. And it was literally glowing orange. And I ate that for 2-3 days. My goulash, early goulash years. And my skin turned orange, I think, if you ask me. carrots. So now we get the carrot in there. Now another good thing to add, I'm not adding in this one because this is a test goulash. So I don't want to do too much. I haven't done it in a while. But hey, what's going on here in the computer? Yeah. So it's wet.